This activity we do this morning is so special. It is loaded with so much symbolism. It carries so much significance for who we are as a country. And don't take this as a joke or some form of embellishment. Nothing defines the soul of Kenya better than our sports and especially our athletics. We export many things to the world. We export coffee, we export tea from Kericho here, we export flowers, we export tourism, but Kenya's #1 export to the world is our sporting brand. That is what brands Kenya, markets Kenya, makes Kenya attractive more than anything else. And don't be cheated. Nothing takes Kenya to the world better than our sports. And athletics is the jewel in the crown of our sports. Don't forget that. So to stand here today in this great county of Kericho, to honor that heritage, to honor that tradition, is something historic, is something significant, it's something that will be written in the sands of time for eternity. You know, we stand here to honor the first Kenyan and the first African to win an Olympics medal. That is how special this is. When in 1964, Wilson Kiprugut and Chumo achieved that incredible feat, notwithstanding that he actually stumbled, someone barged into him a few meters to the finishing line. But that notwithstanding, that he ran to the finishing line and got into a podium finish position the same year that Kenya was becoming a republic in 1964. If you do not see the symbolism of that, and we have this young man from Kericho, Kenya has just got independent. We are still looking for an identity for ourselves on the global stage, in the community of nations. Then you have this young man from Kericho traveling all the way to Tokyo and announcing to the world that Kenya is here. Can you imagine how it must affect? I'm just imagining, I was not even born. Can you imagine how it could have felt, or it must have felt, for our newly minted national anthem? Our national anthem was not even a year old. It was not even a year old. Our beautiful flag was not even a year old. Can you imagine what it meant for our national anthem, our flag, to be seen in that part of the world? It was beautiful, and we owe that to Wilson Kiprugut and Chumo. And for that, what this great man did for Kenya. In Tokyo, and a year later he travels to Congo Brazzaville and wins gold medal at the All Africa Games in Congo Brazzaville for Kenya. He cemented our heritage as a very young nation, a country that was just taking baby steps to position itself in the global community of nations. You cannot beat that heritage. And if you were to put in monetary value the branding value of those two moments in 1964 and 1965, it would run into billions of US dollars in branding value. And so today, on behalf of the Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Creative Economy and Sports, on behalf of His Excellency President William Ruto, and on behalf of the Government of the Republic of Kenya, and by extension, on behalf of all the people of Kenya, we want to tell the family of Wilson Kiprugut and Chumo, led here today by Sarah Langat. We want to tell you, Kongoi, 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 we sing Asanteni Sana. Asanteni Sana. This country cannot thank this family enough. On 12th of November last year, 1 year ago, I traveled here to join you as a family to lay Wilson Kiprugut Chumo to rest. Wilson Kiprugut Chumo had passed away on November 1st. And I joined you at his funeral. The General and the entire athletics fraternity was here. I listened to the speeches at that funeral. It pricked my conscience, and it reminded me that we need to do more to honor our heroes while they still live. We need to tell them when they can hear that we honor them and we value them. We need to give them flowers when they can feel the scent of those flowers, and not to just lay wreaths of their graves. And that is why this year, this ministry initiated something called the Hongera Awards as a platform to start paying something back to our legends. And I'm so happy that last August, at the Hongera Awards, we were able to recognize and honor a total of 67 legends across various sports disciplines. And among those legends that we invited to the Hongera Awards, to applaud them while they breathe, to hug them while they still have life, to pay accolades to them when they can hear, to give them flowers when they can feel the scent. Among them are Charles Asante and Hezekiah Nyamaya, who are here. Please stand up, good people. Sporting calendar where we can bring our legends together and celebrate you and honor you and remember what you have contributed to our country. We have done it with rally drivers. It was amazing for Kenyans to see families of people like Sheikh Hameta, Joginda Singh, Patrick Njiru, Vic Preston Jr., and all those great rally drivers that entertained this country and put Kenya on the rally map. And so today, we are doing something which we have decided to make a permanent feature of Kenyan sports moving forward, honoring our legends in real terms. And I want to thank His Excellency William Ruto, President of this Republic, in very, very special terms. He's a listening president. He's a feeling president. He's a president who is wired to reality. When we discussed this matter with the president, that we need to do more to honor our legends, the president did not need any convincing. The president did not need an explanation. The president was like, what do we need to do and when can we start doing it? Let us start moving now. And the president was very clear, we will start with Wilson Kiprugut Chumo. Because that is where this proud heritage started. And I actually dropped a tear. I was seated behind the president here when the announcement was made that indeed it is confirmed that this stadium will now carry the name of this great Kenyan. It is a small gesture, but please take it as a very genuine gesture from a very genuine president. A president who is firmly committed to turning around the fortunes of our sportsmen and women. And I want to assure the president that as people he has given the responsibility to manage this space for him and on his behalf, we will do our best to make sure that his agenda and his vision for our sportsmen and women is realized, including honoring our legends. I also want to thank Athletics Kenya. We are working so well on other programs, including a housing program, an affordable housing program, which has been signed between Athletics Kenya and Housing Finance, to make it easy for our athletes, both active and retired, to own homes. So you can own a home. You can have a roof over your head and over your family's head while you are active and even in retirement. And the next week, I'm very happy that Athletics Kenya will be unveiling another historic program, a pension scheme for our athletes. So that while you are active, you can put aside something for a rainy season. And government will support that pension scheme fully. Generally, you can be sure that we will support that scheme fully because it is actually in the manifesto of His Excellency President William Ruto. It's part of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, our better agenda. So at least while you're active, utakuwa unaweka kidogo pale kwa pension, serikali pia itakuwa inaweka kidogo pale kwa pension. Unapoingia retirement, there will be something to sustain you in retirement so that you can live a dignified life. Let me conclude by assuring you that as we take care of our legends, as we take care of the welfare of our athletes, we are also implementing the very important agenda of this administration of talent development, so that we have a continuous flow of talents from the grassroots. Through our Talanta Hela initiative, we are supporting programs to establish training centers, to establish academies. I was delighted to see the youngsters here. I was delighted to see the demo of the 800 meter, which was Kiprugut specialty. And I'm happy to announce to you today that working with Athletics Kenya, government through the Ministry of Sports has provided 190 million shillings to set up 42 camps across the country for special training. And those are going to be specialized centers to keep training and identifying talent at the earliest age possible. And those centers will be all over the country because we want talents to be identified in every part of Kenya. To support that talent development, we are committed to investing heavily in infrastructure. You're not going to grow talents if you don't have the right infrastructure. And in this athletics belt, we are standing in an athletics belt. This belt starts from Kajiado, Narok. It runs through Bomet, Kericho, Nandi, Uasin Gishu, Elgeyo Marakwet, Baringo, West Pokot, going all the way to Turkana. You can call it Kenya's athletics belt. It's the belt that has given this country the most incredible talents that have brought us over 100 medals from the Olympics. We must invest heavily in infrastructure to support this talent pipeline. That's why we were very swift to upgrade this stadium. In general, I can assure you, we are going to complete this stadium. I challenge the county government to work with us so that we can continue to upgrade this stadium together with the county government. And for the people of Kericho, I'm also happy to announce to you that besides this stadium, we have also prioritized Kapkatet grounds for upgrade to a significant stadium. And so you can count Kapkatet, you can count Bomet Stadium, you can count this Kiprugut Stadium. You can go to Nandi, where we are also preparing to put up an important stadium in Nandi County. We are upgrading Kichwebe Stadium in Uasin Gishu County. We are investing in Kamarin Stadium in Elgeyo Marakwet County. You can see our very deliberate intention to upgrade facilities in what you can call Kenya's primary athletics belt. Of course, as we do that, we are also investing in other parts of the country. We are investing in an international stadium in Nairobi. We are improving Jomo Kenyatta Sports Ground, Mamboleo in Kisumu. We are improving Bohungu Stadium in Kakamega and many other places across the country, including Marsabit Stadium and other places. And all this is because you have a government which has decided sports must be a core driver of economic development. So asanteni sana, tunashukuru, tunaenzi memory ya Wilson Kiprugut Chumo na familia. Nataka kuhakikishia kwamba the government will continue to support you as we continue to support other athletics regions. We will continue to look for ways to honor our legends, including through national honors, naming of our facilities. It should become standard that all stadia in Kenya should be named after our legends. It should really be a standard practice. And as we do that, even things like traveling for our athletes, there's no reason why our athletes should travel and have trouble with immigration, with transfers. We are going to sort out all those things, including easy access to airports and movement and transfers. Hayo mambo yote tuko committed kufanya. So asanteni sana.